Thank you for being here. And I want to answer one of the questions that parents ask me all of the time. And why do I group tutor? Why do I not do one-on-one tutoring? So today, I want to begin by telling you a little bit about myself. So first of all, I am a mentor. And I love to learn in relationship. And I believe that students learn in relationship. We all learn best in relationship. We don't learn super well by watching a video and internalizing that and figuring it out all on our own. There are things that we can learn that way, but generally speaking, for the most part, the best way to learn is in relationship with other people. I have a 16-year-old daughter and a 20-year-old son. And I'm a veteran homeschooler, so I have a number of years of homeschooling under my belt. And I would love to share that experience with you. I understand that teens don't want to hear from us all of the time. In fact, as they grow up, they start to not want to hear from us at all. And that's frustrating and discouraging. And sometimes we take that personally. And we really shouldn't take it personally. It's just part of them growing up. But part of that growing up process is we want to make sure that they have people in their lives that can give them the good answers, because we don't want them going and finding their own people. We may find that they might make good choices and they may not make such good choices. So it's really important to help them wherever we can, to set them up with mentors who are going to give them the type of advice that we want them to be having. So teens don't want to hear from us, but they need to hear from someone. And it is amazing how in 1 hour I can take a teen from not wanting to do writing and not caring to actually buying in and investing their effort for 3 months to actually learn how to write and how to manage their time and become self-disciplined. But with my own daughter, she doesn't want to hear from me. And so I have to have someone else for her. So maybe this isn't you. And if that's not like you in your family, I want to congratulate you. Maybe it's coming still down the pipeline for you. But in some homes, there are some students who are most happy to hear from their parents. But I think for most of us, our students really are looking to separate from us and find information from other people. So this is why I come up alongside your student, not like a tugboat that like drags them into harbor. I come up and I'm like that lighthouse, the one that guides the way, that finds out what their goals are and helps them to accomplish those goals and to become the kind of person that they want to be. So why are we so concerned about peer pressure? This is the big answer for why I group tutor. So if we are concerned about peer pressure, we already know that peers influence our students. We already know that they can have a negative influence. But what if we could make peer pressure our friend? What if we could put them into a peer accountable class where there are other students like them who come from a Christian home or who hold a Christian worldview? And we can take them in that class and we can show them that there are other people like them who are committed to a plan. And your student will learn to be dedicated. What if they can see that they're not the only ones, that other people are being diligent and they're keeping at those tasks that are difficult and are boring and that they don't like, but they have a goal that they're working towards and they can keep at it. We can teach our young people in a peer accountable classroom to be diligent. And what if we could take them in that peer accountable class and they could see that other students are learning to be disciplined, so they can too. That they can learn to be self-motivated, that they can learn to get back on track. You see, peers are where our young people want to get their feedback. Peers are the place that our young people are looking for acceptance. And if we can give them a peer accountable group where they can see other people like them struggling, failing, learning, getting back up again, being self-disciplined, not procrastinating, or when they procrastinate, making a new plan, they can learn growth mindset. They can learn with confidence that they can change things in their lives. And this is so important for our students. It's so important that they come to that understanding. So today, that's something that I want to talk to you more about. Another thing they can learn in a peer accountable class is emotional regulation. Now, how often have I said to my team, you would not be talking to your teacher like that. You would not be talking to Uncle so-and-so like that. If anyone else told you the things I was telling you, you wouldn't respond that way. You wouldn't be angry. You wouldn't cry. You wouldn't run to your room. We're their safe place. And it's good that they have a safe place. But it's also so important that our young people learn to regulate those emotions, to be able to be in control and to act out of respect, and to be able to recognize that, sometimes their feelings are lying to them. So emotional regulation is so important in the teen years. Preteen and teen years are so scary. That's scary for our teens. It's scary for us. It's good that they have a safe place. Be that safe place. But it's also so important that they have a place where they can learn emotional regulation. And in the preteen years and the teen years, there are times when our students just need to hide. And they need a place where they can be in a group. In a one-on-one classroom, there's no hiding. So in a one-on-one tutoring situation, it's me and it's you. And I ask a question, and if you don't know the answer, you have to say, I don't know. In a classroom, that same student can just be quiet and listen to an answer that someone else gives. They can feel anonymous in a group in a way that they cannot in one-on-one. And that constant eyes on them, the constant knowing that I'm the only one that can answer this question, is a really vulnerable place, especially for a preteen or a teenager who is already feeling vulnerable, who is already feeling like they're just not ready, or they don't understand, or they're feeling down on themselves. So sometimes they need a place to hide, and a classroom is a wonderful place for that. Sometimes they need recognition by their peers. And in a peer class, they can get that recognition. If you are in a one-on-one situation and your student so respects you that when you say they've done well, they are lifted up and overjoyed, you might have that same bit of recognition. But in the end, young people are separating from their parents and they are looking for peer recognition. And they can get that for doing good things in a peer accountable classroom where other students are handpicked because of their willingness to work hard and to learn and to grow. There's also this need for inclusion. There's this need for young people, preteens and teens, to be included in a group. And one-on-one just doesn't give them that, not at all. So a group class gives them a place where they can belong. It gives them a place where they can meet new people. And it helps them to hide, and it helps them to be able to step out and receive recognition when they feel confident enough to do that. Of course, you know everything. It's so easy for you. So your young person ever said that to you? They show you a question and you have the answer. They do some writing and they give it to you. And you say, well, let's work on this part, and this needs to be fixed, and this needs to be changed. And right away, they feel like they're the only ones who don't have this figured out. Because when they read a book, it's by a published author, someone who already knows how to write. When they talk to you, you have the answers. You could write it so much more easily than them. It's so easy for you to just write out the sentence. You automatically capitalize, you maybe automatically punctuate. You may be improving the sentence in your mind as you're writing it, and they're not ready to do that yet. So For them, they feel like they're the only ones. When they're in a one-on-one tutoring situation, that continues, that feeling that it's just me. I'm just dumb. I don't know how to do this. I don't know. It seems easy enough for you, but I don't know how to do it. When they're in a classroom, they can see their peers writing and they can see, oh, well, I can do at least that well. Maybe I'm not so bad. Maybe it's not just me. Maybe it's everybody. Maybe we all get to learn and grow. Maybe we can all learn. And they can gain confidence because they're going to see that that other person has learned and grown and that they can learn and grow. They also might see someone writing at a level below them or making errors that they've already figured out the answers to. So in a classroom, that's something that can happen. In a classroom, we can learn growth mindset in a way that we cannot one-to-one. Because in a classroom, we have the opportunity for accountability amongst peers where they realize that it's not just them, they're not stupid, they can achieve things because everyone else can. And if other people have to learn and grow, then it's not so surprising that they can learn and grow. And that growth mindset tells them, oh, well, we can all fall down and we can all get back up again and we can learn from that situation and we can continue to grow. So they will see growth in others and they'll see growth in themselves. And when they see that growth, they become so confident because they realize that they've invested and it's paid off. And all of a sudden, that translates into other areas of their lives. But isn't one-to-one sometimes better? Why do people do one-to-one if a classroom is better? You know, it is absolutely true. One-to-one is sometimes better. There are situations where one-to-one is better. And for students who are struggling with a thinking and a logical process, and they need someone to just help them to ask the questions they need to ask, one-on-one may be a good solution. When they need a specific answer in a timely manner, yes, one-on-one's a great solution for that. And one-on-one can also help them to build confidence in their own choices. So if they have one-on-one and they can talk to an instructor and they can say, well, I was thinking about doing this and I was thinking about doing that. If the instructor is able to let them make their own choice and encourage them that, yes, that's a great choice because this is why that's good. Do you think maybe you might be able to add this too? It builds confidence in their ability to make their own choices. One-on-one may be sometimes a better choice. It's true. But it's only a better choice when it comes hand in hand in a group environment. Because when you have the best of both worlds, then you can have group accountability and you can have all of those pieces. And that's what Discern to Learn offers. It offers the best of both worlds. It offers that weekly group accountability with peers where they can learn and grow, where they can see that other people can do that homework in that time. I should be able to too. And they can learn to push themselves. They can learn to be accountable and not to procrastinate, to manage their time more wisely. And we also have a weekly peer mindset check-in. So once a week we get together and we talk about our wins and our fails and how we can grow from that. It's just a little bit later in the week. And so it just holds them accountable and helps them to realize that, okay, after that last class, I felt good, like I could do it. And then now it's a couple days later and I'm starting to struggle. If I go to accountability, if I go to that mindset training, it's going to help me to like get back on track and not procrastinate. But we also have the one-on-one. We also have 15-minute assignment help calls. So like in office hours, you just book a 15-minute call. It's 1 of 2 times a week, and you can get answers to your questions right away. You don't have to wait. If you need an immediate answer on something that's very quick, just email me, and you're going to get an answer right away. We also have 30-minute support sessions for struggling students, for students who are struggling with time management and with frustration, with anxiety about writing. These times are really, really important. So it is something that we can do. So when we have the best of both worlds, we can have absolute success. And that is what I've seen with my students. So why do people keep pushing one-on-one tutoring then? Why do they do that? It's very easy. One-on-one tutoring is usually a band-aid solution. Your student wants help on this assignment so that they can get a good grade. And they come to help, and they get help, and they get a good grade. And parents are happy because the kids got a good grade, or because they wrote this great essay, or because they did whatever. But most often, and this was my experience when I was teaching one-on-one tutoring, those same students came week after week after week, and they came to me with the same type of assignments. And you know what? They didn't remember what I taught them last week because they weren't there to learn a process. They were there to get that assignment done so that they could hand it in, so that they could get a good grade and they could move on. That's not what we want. We want our young people to learn the process so they can do it themselves. Why do people sell one-on-one tutoring? Because you're going to pay every single week for the rest of their education. And what's going to happen when they go to post-secondary? Well, they're probably going to need more tutoring and it's going to cost more. You see, one-on-one is not a solution. It's not a solution for homework, that's for certain. One-on-one is not the best entirely on its own, but when you put one-on-one and you pair it with a group classroom, you have everything that you need to succeed. So if you're interested and you would like to learn some more about Level Up Writing, this is the tutoring class with Discern to Learn. It's a 12-week course. This is going to teach your students success mindset, how to manage their time, how to be self-disciplined, and they do it all through writing persuasive paragraphs and persuasive essays. They start from wherever they are, and they learn and grow and develop as far as they could possibly go. In fact, they can take this same tutoring class again and again and continue to advance into more advanced essays. This is perfect for your student if you're looking for a change. If you're looking for an opportunity to take a step back and let your student actually manage their own workload. If you're looking to take a step back and expect them to learn time management, self-discipline, motivation, all those success skills that are going to make them successful, not just in school, not just in post-secondary, but in every single area of their lives. So there will be a link in the description. Please go ahead and find out some more about that program.